bubbles, we're going live. Oh goodness, yay, yay. Let's see when it says you're live on YouTube. All right, everybody. Hopefully we are live on YouTube. Check this out. It's still loading over on this side, but sometimes it is, it just takes a second. We are live on YouTube. I see us. I see us. I see us. So I'm going to share about as I talk to you guys a bit. I am so excited to be here today. You know, this interview series wasn't even gonna happen, but why it is happening is because it just feels so fun and so natural to do these interviews. I'm actually having a lot of fun online with my friends. And I can't spell it. Anyway.
What
So I will share when you're sharing, Anastasia. I'll share on Facebook and stuff until everybody we're live. And but everybody, I just want to welcome you back. My name is Lucia Antica. I am a transpersonal therapist, and I help people really define who you are, no matter what happened in your background and cycles of abuse, whether it's self-abuse or relationships, and truly create a life that you love and just thrive in, right? On all levels. And it's my intention in this to really share other people who I've met, that I've just been watching, getting to know, that I feel really live their authenticity, really live into their natural gifts and their talents, and shine in the world in their own unique way without, you know, maybe we have a little apology, we all do, we're all growing, but they're really learning from their own life experiences, and they're graduating from class to class in their own university. So if you like things like this, please subscribe to our page here at Your Own University. Follow me on Facebook at Your Own University, or Lucia Antica, the holistic psychologist. So that's me. Beside me here is Anastasia Zack. She has a wonderful group called In the Loop. And we met really through Facebook. This woman was so yes, she's doing these little cooking shows and things with her daughter during this quarantine. And then she's like, hey girl, how are you doing? Let's connect, right? And I was like, hey, yeah. And then we were like, let's do this impromptu live. And we had so much fun, and it was so natural. And we had a really deep, beautiful conversation. And now she has another group called Love at First Sight. And it is booming on Facebook right now. And she really just walks her talk from what I can see, and has a beautiful family and just a lot of fun. And I'm just super excited to share her with you, what she's doing in the world, and just talk about how she is living her best life, because I think that's where we really get inspired from one another to be our best, do our best, and continue to learn in our own school, in our own school of life, what I call my own university and your own university. So Anastasia, welcome.
Thank you. That was a super sweet intro you did, and it's cool.
I keep it authentic.
Yes, it's very nice, and it's cool to actually be interviewed and not interviewing, because I'm doing this as well on my platform, like you mentioned, Life of Outstanding People, and you're my guest, and
yes,
you're my guest. And what else is out there to do anyway? We're all on the world is taking a pause, and this is the perfect time to connect, reconnect, make new connections, and find the best, try to be the best version of you.
Exactly. And it's constantly, it's just a journey, right? It's just a journey. I find when we get stagnant, when we get numb, when we stop, we no longer grow. And so it's about exploring new things. I love that you were just telling me that you had a belly dancer teaching in one of your in one of your groups last week, and just a lot of fun. So I would love to know, like, what are some of your biggest shifts? You're pretty young. You're 36.
Yeah.
Can I tell everybody that?
No, yeah, I'm cool.
I
I'm
just
36
did. I'm
though, but I
sorry.
look like I'm 26. I hope I do.
You
The
you
braces.
do, darling. You do. But I mean, I remember being 36 and now at almost 45,
Dang, girl.
it's like,
You
wow, this is
preserve good.
thank you. It's like there's a lot of there's so much that I've learned. But I was also talking to my girls yesterday. We're looking at some memories on Facebook, and Lily was like, my oldest who's turning 15 this, or my youngest who's turning 15 this week. She's like, Mom, I remember feeling so old, right? And it was like 5 years ago. And I said, well, you were never as old as you were, right?
Right.
Like,
Uh-huh.
and right now you feel so old, but you've never been as old as you are. Right?
Mhm.
Like this is normal. So
Crazy.
for 36, like what have been some pivotal times in your history? Ooh,
I'm trying to
yummy.
shine more light on the situation. No, that's too much.
I
Um,
love it.
um, Phew, I don't even know. I feel like after 30 you're actually start the self exploration and self learning, and before that I was just, a young mom of two kids and just living through them, trying to be a good mom, good parent. But now that they're getting older, I feel I'm finding my passion, and I realize that my passion is to connect people, to make people have a good time, to um I don't know, to just build people up. And this is what I'm doing right now, and
And
that's
this is what I'm
my time
doing
to
right
shine.
now.
What do
You
you
are
think?
so cute.
Tell me how where you were when you were at 35. Was
Mm.
that the beginning of your like self growth, and or before that? Because I feel like I was
It's
just
about,
liking
I
that.
think it was about 13 when I
Mhm.
truly dove into personal development and self growth. 13, 14 years old is when I began doing hypnotherapy and readings and stuff like that.
Wow.
So, yeah, like I was really young. I was teaching yoga and wellness and health and stuff by the time I was 19. Like,
Wow.
yeah, and then doing hair. So I, yeah,
That's
for
pretty
me,
cool.
this is just my life path. I mean, I had different hangups. Like, I want to know what happened just this recently that put you into like you're being a you're doing the mom thing. I mean, you're still doing, we're always going to be doing the mom thing once you sign up for that gig, right? But you're doing the mom thing, and then propelled you into personal development.
I mean, personal development, like you said, you mentioned it started early. Like my very first book in self development was Dale Carnegie, and I was like 13. That where he was teaching the art of communicating with people, and then I went to my very first seminar when I was 17, and it was like 100 people, and it was all psychological activities. I mean, I love reading about it, but I meant that after 30 I felt like I finally start figuring out my wants and my needs,
Mhm.
and trying
Yeah.
to be true to myself, because before that I didn't even know what I really wanted.
Yeah.
But after, finally when my brain snapped out of just a mom brain, and I was like, man, I really want this, I really want that, I really want to help people, I really want to make an impact.
Yeah.
So, and that's when, so now things are rolling, I feel like the universe is sending me the signs that I'm on the right track, obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I love that. That's about where I was at 36, really diving into my desires. Like,
Yeah, that's
I
good.
remember about that time I had um, a really hard time connecting with pleasure, right? And I'm not talking about like sexual pleasure necessarily. I'm talking like get your nails done and deserve it, like take a bath for yourself, like working out each day. Like, what do I like? Like, what do I like?
Mm-hmm.
I did a whole bunch of workshops that were like, everyone was really into Gucci and Prana and like shopping. Like all the girls were into like shopping. And no matter how hard I try, like I don't know the names of those things. I don't like to be in the mall for very long. I get like, I'm so empathic. I get like too much, even when I have like all my stuff. I've taken care of myself. Like when we go shopping for school, I'm like, but my girls know, my best friend knows, they're like, okay, Alicia's about to fucking snap. We best leave. We best get out of here.
Yeah, I'm not the brand. Me and you could make a really good friends if you weren't so far away, and we could go not shopping together. We can go hiking and
Hiking. So,
exploring.
but it took me a while because all these girls liked all this stuff. And I thought, well, I'm supposed to like this. My ex-husband loved the like the Bobos and the top of the line, everything, right? And I could care less. I don't know what it's about my wiring, but I really could care less. So I felt really broken for a bit until I finally just got into deep self-acceptance. And I'm like, you know what? I like lashes and my toenails done. Other than that, I could take it or leave it. I want to go for a hike. I want to be in nature. I want to sleep on the moss.
That's
Yeah. I
wonderful.
mean, that's just me.
But
So
I'm
what did you decide? What have you discovered about yourself that you enjoy?
Well, you know what? I was not allowing myself to have nice things. And you know what? It doesn't have to be purses, not purses for me. But for example, like finally I broke down, like I have like I was driving like Mitsubishi or something like that. Like I have a BMW right now, you know, and back
Right.
in the days I would not allow myself to do that. Or like, you know how some people, they allow themselves to fly business class and it's much more expensive, but why am I, you know? And it's I feel like it's self appreciation and self love. Like I would go to the cheap store, you know, buy myself like a $20 t-shirt, you know, and that was okay for me. But now I'm trying to shift those things. Like I can probably go to the mall and to the nicer, more expensive, get one nice more expensive things that I will spend tons of time looking at the cheap store to get five cheap things, you know. So everything is, and that's self-love. And now I'm like, man, I deserve that coach back or something. So things are materialistically, they are shifting. But more, I mean, I think I am, and this is what I said, after this all is over, I would love to travel. I would love to go to Russia. I want to go to Russia. I haven't been home since 2013. And my
Wow.
parents, they're still there. So I barely see my mom, maybe once every 3 years or 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So, and I allowed myself to, if I feel an urge, like I reached out to you, right? If I find you attractive and interesting and inspiring, I am gonna allow myself to reach to that person. It's okay if they're not gonna respond my email, but there's also a chance that they will. And this is a new resort, a new connection that I'm making, and it could be a possibilities and opportunities in the future.
Yeah. I love how you're saying allow. I know that for me, adventure is that's my money. That's
Yeah,
that's my wealth is adventure. And I
venture.
somehow create like adventures every year. I love traveling. I love adventures. Like I can't even explain how much I love adventures.
What's your favorite place you visited, or something that stands out, like country or?
Yeah, I think it's a tie between Australia and Ireland right
That's
now.
that's on
Like
my bucket list. Ireland.
I love Bali. I love Roatan.
Dang, girl, you
Um,
travels.
I do travel. I travel. And I mean, but for me, diet is a really big deal because I have celiac disease. So I could eat like, oh, I gained 10 pounds in Australia because there was like gluten-free croissants and gluten-free like
Everything, and you
everything.
just went at it.
Oh my gosh, it was so good. And it was pretty similar in Ireland, but in Ireland, are my roots. Like I went to see my my family in
Mhm.
Northern Ireland and stuff like that. So it was just a magical trip that I'd like to go back there. I'd also like to go to Scotland because I learned that my Irish family in 1461 came over from Scotland.
Wow, that's how did you manage traveling and kids, or you were taking turns with your?
Well, my
Mhm.
ex at the time did 20, 50,
Okay,
50.
okay,
But when we were together, we traveled with the kids. My
that's
kids have been to Mexico multiple times. My kids have been to Roatan. My kids have been over, to like my kids have been all over as well. So your kids will love it. Where
awesome.
do you want to go?
Well, first of all, that's Russia. We were talking about Ireland with my husband and Iceland. And
Hmm.
yes, now that you told Bali, I would love to go, but I'm dying to see those white castles in Thailand. I'm not sure what they
Hmm.
called, but it's like the beautiful, beautiful white castle, like hypnotizing. So that was like I've been dreaming to
Mm.
go there. I will go anywhere, really. I'll
I
take. Have
love
you
how you
been on
said
a cruise?
allow,
A
that you're
lot.
allowing yourself to do things. I'm allowing myself to have nice things. I also remember going through that shift, right? Like, I have nice things.
Yes,
Right?
yes.
um,
Why can't I? It's just right here in our subconscious mind, not nowhere else. That's the only limits that we're having is in our heads.
yeah.
I believe that.
So how did you shift that? How did you begin to allow yourself more? And how do you play on that edge? I know that there's a limit.
Well,
Like, where's your more?
I start like reading a lot of literature on self-development, and I am still reading this book, The Millionaire Mind. I forgot who is the
Yeah,
author. I forgot.
I
I don't.
have it downstairs. I don't remember it
and
offhand right now
and then
either.
I'm like in the self-development groups with my friends, and there's like this very popular thing right now. Actually, you might be interested to check it out. It's called T games, transformational games, where you by and it's kind of like a monopoly. It's a game that has a cards, different metaphorical cards, different clues, and by playing this game you come like with the quest. You're asking this game something like, for example, how can I improve like my relationship with my kids, or what is good career path should I take. So, and this game, it's 3 hour long game, and it like shows you, it helps you find those clues and figure out the solution, and get your vision wide, not a tunnel vision. So it's really really cool. It's very popular in Russia and Ukraine, but it's just now starting here in US.
And it's a app.
No, it's not an app. It's a real person has this game that kind of looks, it's a printed game with bunch of cards on it. And this person, it's called to be a master of a transformational game. And you have a dice, you roll the dice on your end. So you can just do it via like me and you right now. You roll the dice, and this game, it has a field, and you go like from one thing to another, and then there is a card uh there, that there's gonna teach you, like, for example, today I played the game about love and relationship. So there
Okay.
is this little clues, like, for it tells you the action that you might need to take, like a different step, or reevaluate something, or she'll just show you the card, and there's like a face of the child in there, and the child is crying, and she's like, what, how does this card speak to you right now, what do you feel? So it's
Mhm.
not a tarot reading, it's a metaphorical cards. It's really fun. I'm going to connect you to the girl. You should definitely try a demo version of it.
Awesome.
It's
I'll do
really,
it.
really unique. Yeah.
I'll have to
So
pass that on, you guys, in my group. We'll tag in your own university events, all of Anastasia's stuff. So
yes.
if you could give one piece of advice to to somebody, I think, today's theme has definitely been allowing yourself, giving yourself permission to figure out what you like, what you desire, what you want, and connect into your value, your self-love, whether that's buying nice things instead of sacrificing, or just not sacrificing, really,
Mhm.
right? Like the point
Yeah.
was just don't friggin' sacrifice anymore.
No, just
Find that place and do your thing. What would be the biggest piece of advice on how to do that, that
um,
you'd give somebody playing these games, reading these books, entering
yeah,
into
just oh
things, but
gosh,
like what
it's
else?
a
If they could
mental
do something
block. It's
personally.
you should just tell yourself like I deserve it, and if you are thinking about something, allow again. I don't even know. You just have to be like, hey, I love myself. I am worthy.
Yeah.
I'm awesome. I deserve to have this, and I'm gonna have this. And then you just go, and the universe will make it possible for you if it's the true thing, you know. I mean, I'm not talking about like freaking winning a lottery or, like buying an expensive Louis Vuitton purse that is 3,000, but still, and something small, one at a time. Go buy yourself a nice pair of sunglasses or something.
Yeah.
Treat yourself, especially now people are dying left and right. We don't know what the future holds. I'm not trying to be like a
Right.
pessimist, but I'm saying that, hey, when now is the time, right?
Yeah. For sure. For sure. Oh my
Oh yeah.
goodness.
Ah,
This is so fun. How can people get a hold of you?
I'm on the Facebook with Life of Outstanding People, or Loop, just LOOP, and that's the name of my group. And my name is Anastasia Zack. I'm open. I'm open. Hey, can I read the poem that I composed a few days ago before I hang up?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. We have plenty of time.
It's called I Accept. I accept the change with the gratitude. I accept the downs, the ups and the downs. I control my own attitude. I'm strongly holding my grounds. World is changing and I'm changing. Opportunities come and go. Some of us will be angry and raging, others would just let it go. Choose to laugh, to forgive, and to cherish. Choose to smile even though it hurts. I believe that this sadness will perish. I am hopeful the world will revert. This is it. This is my current feels on the current
What
situation.
is yeah, what is your like what do you want for the world? What can you see as the world like opens up again?
It's going to be a lot of changes, and a lot of people are actually figuring out their true selves. Maybe like it's a time for you to think of who you really are and not go to the job that you hate so much. Like this is the time for us to open up, and once we open up, I feel like we're just going to be real. Not like all this fakeness is falling apart, like all these brands, they have no value now. So I feel
Mhm.
like after we survive this shendang, we're just gonna be stronger, smarter, use our resources to our best, and just try
Mhm.
and turn this
Yeah.
sadness into gladness and opportunities. If you overcame this, that's that's awesome.
Mhm.
So grow
Yeah.
with it. Use this process to renew and grow with it.
I love it. To grow with it and
Yeah.
figure out what you like. I think it is a natural progression, like around 33 to 36, that we kind of go through this, what do you like, men and women. I see it really so often with my clients. We're just kind of figuring out what we want and what we desire, and what we like as individuals. And I think another switch is around 28, and 26 for men, 28 for women, more so, where we have this body acceptance and we take care of our body. But
Right.
I feel like at this moment in time, we have this beautiful opening of an opportunity to not have to wait for these like natural progressions of maturity. And if you're open, you can just really soak up everybody's wisdom from all ages. Like I'm listening to 50-year-olds and I'm listening to 70-year-olds, and I'm like just trying to like, okay, what piece of that wisdom of their maturity, of their life experience, um,
Can I
of
use?
their natural evolution can I glean from right now and do even a tiny bit of it earlier, right?
Yes, yes.
And
So you'll be like
and what I,
advanced.
so it'd be a little bit advanced, but also just have that much more self-acceptance, because I think that's what we get as we get older, is just like they're so peaceful. Old people don't give a fuck.
I'll tell you what, in Russia, it's sad, man. They're mean. But it's like it's people age differently here. I'm telling you, it's day and night. Right here, when you're retired, you travel, you go to hairdressers. Like I always see this, like grandmas with the nails and dressed up and like going to their bingo and traveling all over the world and playing tennis and stuff. In Russia, it's like after 60, I feel like you just sitting outside on your bench talking to your neighbors and misery because the pension is so low, they're surviving. There's no way they're going to be traveling. Hopefully the things are going to change.
Wow, I pray too. Yeah, that would be different. That's definitely different. I know it's that way for some people. Um, yeah, my mom's out traveling. She's like on another adventure right now
What
at
is she? How old
72.
is she?
She's 72.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing.
So, yeah, just a wild and wonderful time. So, anyway, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for sharing your wisdom.
Honored to be your guest.
It is my honor to have you. All right, you guys, this is Anastasia Zack here beside me. I never know which way because I think it's flopped on the internet. You can get a hold of her in the Loop, which stands for
Life of Outstanding People.
Life of Outstanding People. I've read it a whole bunch of times and I just remember the Loop. I love that. And connect with her on Facebook. I want to thank you for connecting with us here. Please follow us on Your Own University TV here at YouTube, our YouTube channel, and subscribe to us and share. Tell us what you thought. I love to see your comments, your posts, your everything. It means so much to me to know that you are listening and that you enjoy this. I'll have another regular episode out in a few days. From the lessons in my own life, what's authentically coming up. And please join us for gratitude and our gratitude days. Each and every morning we have coffee together. You see my bed head, you see my no makeup, you see my whole deal. Whenever I wake up, so there's no set time because we're on friggin' quarantine here. And but I want to invite you there so you can follow me on any of my pages and all of my groups on Facebook for that event. And we will talk to you very, very soon. Love you guys. Bye.
Thanks, girl. Bye bye.